Now, we all tend to use the language of research agenda, but then when you ask somebody to tell you about their research agenda, they tell you really about a research study. And that study to them is their agenda. But the question is, when you get done with that, what's next? What if you had to lay out over a 25-year period? What is your agenda? And where do you start? And it's more like you are an artist painting, and each study is a stroke, right? And each stroke adds to this larger picture because it might take 25 studies for us to really be able to say something reasonable as a collection, a collective of knowledge that we have to understand where we're going to go with our work. And then time management, I think, is key too. Uh, because the work that we do, there's really no, that you really don't have someone watching you every day. Unless you have the discipline to manage your time effectively, it can easily get away from you, right? If you haven't thought about what role external funding should or should not play in your research, it's something you should at least begin to think about because it is a different world, right? Yes, the publications come out and they look the same, but there's a lot of things that are available to those with external funds than if you don't. Do recognize that you want to nest your strategies because there may be some things you want to do that may not be valued in promotion tenure process. I understood and I had to communicate, to my committee. I said, I realize that this might not mean the same, but I said, but this is meaningful to the field. It's not meaningful to this promotion and tenure process, but if you read this work, it actually has some meaning to the field. Just think about that. If you know today your primary evaluation criterion for you to keep the job you have or to get one better than you think you have is your publication, why leave when you write to serendipity?